and maintain it, right? And that's just me like searching for about 48 hours, right? And this is kind of the nuts thing, right? On this front is that it's everywhere. And like, I mean, dude, just between us, like Cola's team told us they run one of these services, which is nuts, right? They were just like, "Oh yeah, we have a service that can buy stuff." The Cola's agency side, right? Which was I thought was really interesting. And again, I there's always like you could a lot of them are gonna kind of call this stuff as like a market making service, right? Um, I don't think that's a market making service by any means, right? I think that's like a severe uh I don't want to say disgrace, but I want to say it is not as authentic and high integrity as I would like, right? And I think that's like one of the important things here in this design is that, dude, it's happening everywhere, right? And just go look, dude, guys, just go look at, like I said, go look at Matrix. Like that shit looks shady as fuck. Like that shit looks awful on everything they're doing. And like why are any of us that bullish on Cart Party, right? Like I was just like, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Go look at this. Why would anyone be bullish on anything that we're seeing from Cart Party? Like, if you just go look at this, go look at their website, and what you're gonna realize is like none of the art connects. All the art is different. And then also, do you really want this banner style of art? This is what they're gonna drop. Like they're showing you this art. Why do you guys want this? Can I like I'm dropping it in right now. This shit looks ugly as fuck. Like I don't want another banner piece. Like I really don't. Like why the fuck are people getting excited for this shit? And this is like looks like a 2D animated world, right? First off. And then what I don't understand is okay, then we have this 3D character that looks like it's like a hape here as well, right? Like I guess like how does this art right here connect with this 2D visual here? That doesn't make sense. There's not a there's not a there's not a cohesive creative direction here as well. And yeah, I don't understand the weird like visuals and designs at all. And it looks like it's just all over the place. And then look at this. What I don't understand is what the fuck is this? Right? They're calling this a visual extravaganza. What the fuck is this? And like, do they even have the right to use like Jägermeister's font? Like, I doubt it. Like, this kind of looks shady at all levels. And then all I can say is they sent me a deck like on their project. And all I can tell you, it was like the fucking ugliest deck I've ever seen. Right? Like I don't understand it. I think the lady on the dash is Lady Gaga. I think that's Lady Gaga. Is that who it's supposed to be? I don't even know. So all I'm just trying to share is like none of this stuff makes sense. Right? They they sent me a bunch of slides. They sent me a deck about their project. It was literally the ugliest thing. I remember I sent this message to Mirror. Hold on. I'm gonna show you this real quick, and then we'll talk about all the diamond stuff here real quick. Okay. Let me go to my chat with Mirror. Let me see what I told him. Search deck. I said, ha ha ha, the deck is just humph. Like it feels okay here. I'm literally gonna write it here. I love that I could be like overtly transparent with you guys. This is literally what I told him about Cart Party. I said this is what a scammer VC deck looks like. That's also another thing I said, which is pretty funny about this. Oh, hold on, let me go back to our chat. I gotta drop this here and this one. Okay, this is what I actually said about Cart Party when I first saw it. Like this is, and again, Mirror can confirm all of this stuff. But I just want to show you this is what it is. I was like, haha, the deck is just humph. He says, haha, for sure. Like it feels so lazily put together and they add too many slides. Haha, it's a VC I would throw up if I saw this. Like, I'm just telling you, there's a lot of things that look very weird about Cart Party on that front. So this was also the other reason why I recognize, like, okay, like we'll walk away from this if they don't have integrity on the project, right? So honestly, it does feel like a manipulation cash grab, but it's a free mint. So that was the reason that it protected us as well in that consideration. So that's the last thing I'm going to say about Cart Party. I'm going to leave this to you guys. We'll do more alpha and more breakdowns, but let's talk about this stuff as well as we would share usually with our diamond users as well. So I appreciate you guys all being here. What I really want to let you guys know is that, we believe that there's a huge opportunity in the world of orange, and you're going to see this be a large part of our focus as well as diamonds. We believe there's two big reasons on why we want to focus on orange. One is we believe that we could actually deliver a top 5 project. That's what Ronin is currently being positioned as. Our goal is to bring super high quality, and we believe that's across quite a few pillars. Those pillars include quality art, quality storytelling, leverage of true rarity, right? And leverage of true understanding of the history of BTC. If we could put those four together, we believe we could deliver a unprecedented experience that creates a collection that has value. Oh yeah, Grumpy's asking the right thing. Let me do this as well. He's right. I should always record these sessions. Um, Thank you, Grumpy. Shout out to you for that little update. So yeah, as we mentioned, right, our goal now in kind of our vision is to continue to put an opportunity on orange. We believe on when it comes to ordinals, there's two big things. One is we believe we could build a top 5 project with Ronin. Everything's set up for that. You're going to see us start building the full launch strategy out next week. Here's the crazy alpha on Ronin. We're already working with all the top projects for tier 1 allocation. So, of course, Ronin already has guaranteed allocation 1-to-1 per diamond. But additionally, we're working with 5 other tier 1 communities that we believe that are meaningful on the ordinal side to also give them allocation. The remaining allocation for Ronin is then going to go to our community. In regard to our community, we're going to allow you guys with relics to be able to buy. This is actually where we anticipate where some of our diamond users are probably going to be using their relics for the first time. But additionally, a lot of our core users who already have Oath and have been here through season 1 and season 2 can also use it as well. The important thing is that we won't do auctions until we finalize the price and the supply. But here I'll give you a little bit of insight of what that looks like. At the moment right now, we're anticipating a supply of 378. The way we get to that number is that there are 9 Ronin disciples, right? And these 9 disciples are going to create their own clans, and each clan is going to have 42, right? A Ronin that can join that clan as well. 9 times 42, 378, right? So because of that, right, you're going to have this huge opportunity to be able to create a very meaningful collection and design on this front. There's always reasons to limit the clans, but if we limit the clans, the price goes up. This is kind of the thing that you want to understand. So the question is that we could do 21, but prices twice as high, right? Or we could do 42 and prices half as high. We right now optimize for more reach because there's two reasons why we can do this. First is we already have 150 diamond users, right, that are effectively getting allocation. That supply is already spoken to. If we don't even do more than that, 21 only means it's going to diamonds. That's actually not ideal. I know a lot of people want to manipulate stuff. That's actually not my goal, right? My goal actually is to build a collective community. The goal of Ronin is actually to bridge to others because this is then the second most important thing you all want to understand. With Ronin, what are we actually trying to do as well is that we're not only trying to become a high quality project that has value creation for each and every one of you who are holders. But what are we also trying to do, which I think is really powerful, is that we really want to be able to create in a design and a structure that allows all of you guys to be a part of the world and get more access. But in the end, what is it trying to do? It's trying to make sure that we're positioned as a leader to get allocation to everything else. This is why I'm working so hard of hosting some of the biggest events and biggest shows right now on Ordinals with some of the biggest influencers and leaders. Because our play in Ronin is to also ensure that we feed our entire community, right? And again, we're getting wins here and there. I mean, again, they're small still on Ordinals at the moment right now. But what's really powerful, right, is that our design and our structure is really aligned to get more allocation. That's actually what I want to leverage with Ronin here as well. What are we trying to do? I'm going to get you guys more upside on all of the mints that we possibly can on where ordinals can go. Because if we're betting on ordinals, it's not just betting on our own project. This is what everyone in Web3 is getting wrong. When they try to go to a new chain, they're just building for their isolated community and maybe grabbing a couple of BTC individuals. That's not what I want. I want to go to BTC. I want to grab all the BTC whales, and I want to create more access to inventory that allows all of us to get BTC access. And that's really what the spirit of this design is and why we're already working hard. And guys, like we're talking to a lot of the big collections that are coming out. But again, I'm not really sure where ordinals will go in the next 30 to 60 days. It may be a little bit slow at the moment right now for most new projects. But what I'm incredibly confident about is that with the right alignment and the right partners and the right strategies here, we can still launch our own supply and still have a very healthy floor for that. So again, we're aiming for 378 supply. At that number, we're keeping essentially the mint price around like under 0.05 for sure, BTC. Realistically, I kind of want to aim for half of that price. We're not sure yet. We're going to see how it all plays out. But again, we're trying to make this accessible to all users. It's a little bit pricier, of course, than anything you see on ETH. But remember, BTC is right now a luxury of luxury play. Our goal is not to be able to raise a bunch of BTC. That's actually not the goal here. The goal is to make sure there's a healthy standard so that there is a strong perception of value of this asset as we scale up here as well. And this is kind of why I love this design, and what we're trying to build for here is that if we go into ordinals, we're going in to win not only our own project, but win for our community. And that's like the big alpha here. The other thing to understand is that the only people who are going to get ordinals access, right, and all of our ordinals content is gated by those who have Season 2 Soul. This is actually the other important thing. Season 2 Soul is going to be specifically connected to Orange, right? Connected to ordinals and BTC. So with that, right, that becomes a little healthy way to also onboard more of the ordinals industry as well. And that's what we're going to try doing over the next 2 weeks. This is why it's also an open mint. What we're essentially going to do is that we're going to bring into our community, I believe, another 200 to 500 to maybe 1,000 ordinal individuals along the way. We don't need to overdo it. We're not trying to over push this here at the moment right now. What are we really trying to get right is find those people who are aligned. And guys, when we have these amazing conversations with Ordinali, like, dude, not only was that conversation awesome with the guy who's literally one of the lead technical architects of the entire infrastructure, right? Like, if you love the concept of ordinals, Ordinali, Raph, and um Rodimer, right, Casey, are the three people you want to talk to. And we just talked to one of them, and guess what? I'm scheduling a call for all three of them probably next week. That's amazing. Do you guys realize we're going to hold court with the guys who fucking built the technology for ordinals, and they're going to be able to share their insights of where this technology is going? Like, that is going to be the next level play here, because we're going to give ourselves a huge opportunity to be right by them and help them. The other small little things that we're going to institute are going to be really interesting. For those of you who join the call with ordinals, with specifically with Ordinali, we learned two important things. One is ordinals actually has an amazing ethos where they're trying to protect the entity and ensure that it doesn't go into the wrong hands and it doesn't become overly commercialized here as well. And because of that, right, what you're going to recognize is what that also leads to is they're working on as a non-profit. This is amazing. This is the most bullish fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. These guys are not going to be aggressive. right? These guys are not going to fuck up the future of ordinals for short-term capital as well. And because of that, we got to give them a shit ton of credit for that. So one of the other things you're going to see Tribe institute as well is that we are going to recommend to the entire market to pledge mint funds back to ordinals.com and the ordinals infrastructure team. So in our case, we are going to institute a 2.5% percentage. That 2.5% of our entire treasury goes back to the ordinals team as donation. We want to help set this practice because fuck OpenSea. Fuck all these other organizations who've been taking 2.5% for their for-profit businesses and giving us fucking nothing for it. Fuck those guys. What we want to do is we want to support people like this, people who love the decentralized opportunity and vision and are protecting it at all costs. People don't realize Ordinali straight up doesn't get paid. He literally donates all of his time for fucking free. That is amazing. This guy is straight up a whole nother level in this design and the way that they're thinking. We should be encouraging these builders, right? And this is going to be an important thing as well. Also, for diamond users, what's also really interesting here in this structure is that we've actually moved 10 diamonds over to ordinals already at the moment right now. So if you go check out on ord.io and you check out attributes by oldest attributes, what you'll end up seeing here is that you'll see 10 digital diamonds coming up, which is really cool. These 10 digital diamonds are going to have pretty meaningful value here as well. Here, I'll grab like one of the arts for like one of them specifically so you could see them. I like these Cosmo Galactic ones. These are pretty cool. I'll grab the purple green one. This is sick. Copy image. Oh, wait. Oh, that just gave you the flat image instead of the animated one. Here, I'll give you the actual full link, which is going to be really cool. So this is going to be great. And also, Virgilius, you are going to have the opportunity. You've actually already answered one of the first things that we're going to do. So 3 of our diamonds are going to be swappable for 1 ETH diamond as well, for our top 3 whale holders. So at the moment right now, that is Wade's, Virgilius, and Ulimais. Or Umais. I don't know how to pronounce his name exactly. I'm going to bother him as well on that front. All 3 of you will have the opportunity to trade any diamond that you own for one of our BTC diamonds as well. And yeah, Wade's of Squanchland is amazing. We have some really amazing people here. And the cool thing is the diamonds that you trade for us go straight into the vault. They will not hit supply. Our goal is not to do anything. The other thing that you're going to do here as well, what you're going to see here as well on behalf of diamonds is that we're going to burn 10 of our diamonds in our vault, right? Because again, if we're adding 10 supply on BTC, diamonds will always be 200 supply, right? Which is crazy. Yeah, Jesse, at the moment right now, I opened this up to everyone just today so that everyone can see what we talk about in Diamonds chat, just for all of our amazing community members here. So again, diamonds will always maintain 200 supply. We'll be burning 10 of our diamonds on the ETH side, probably in the next couple of weeks. We'll kind of make a fun little event about that. And then at the same time, our 10 diamonds on BTC are going to be allocated in the following ways. 3 of them will be able to be tradable for existing ETH, our top 3 ETH whale holders at the moment right now. So they will all have the option to trade for 1. 3 of them will be added into our vault. And then 3 of them will be auctioned off into the market. And here's the crazy thing. We're going to auction them off, the first 2, and we're going to donate all the money as well. So the first auction will actually be there to support ordinals. So we will auction that off purely in the market, and 100% of funds are going to ordinals team. Again, we are going to fucking support these guys. We are coming in to ordinals not just to be able to build for us, but to help build for the entire space. So that's going to be the other cool thing that we're going to be doing with these diamonds. This is not cash extraction. Like, I want to be very honest. If there's someone I'm going to call out here, which I don't like in this terms of design, I hope he doesn't do it. I truly hope that Ray at 9gag does not fucking sell all of his stuff to like go extract a bunch of MVP money on BTC. I really hope he doesn't do that, right? Mainly because again, what it becomes is that it just becomes more cash extraction. And again, he has full control. He could do whatever he wants in that type of design. But this is kind of why I'm really excited, right, in where we're going and where things are going. Rocket Scientist asks, "Is there a CryptoPunk in your BTC Ordinals account?" I'm not sure what you mean by that, which is I'm not sure exactly what that means. So you'll have to ask that again. So what you really want to understand here in this market is that when we come to ordinals, our goal is not cash extraction, right? There is a little bit of cost for Ronin, but again, remember we've already paid 50,000 for some sats. Again, this art is costing us, another $50,000 as well for the team. We're putting in a little bit of money on a very small supply. But the other nice thing is that, and we're paying a dev team as well, working with us very closely on this front. We're working with Sanj, and he's been amazing. Like, oh my God, just incredibly, incredibly solid. And with that, what our goal is actually just to put a treasury to expand. And here's a little bit of other alpha here as well in this kind of design. What's going to be really powerful is that here's why you want to get a Ronin, right? Like what's really interesting here on this front is that you're going to be able to get you're going to be able to mint one of these 378 Ronin in our current design, and then in the future, each Ronin can create a shadow clan. And that's what the future collection will potentially be. So each Ronin himself of the 378 supply will be able to create a shadow clan. And that shadow clan will be just a few individuals. Essentially, you'll be able to recruit. Right now, the intended design is you could recruit ninjas to your team. Because if you know about Japanese samurai history, samurais were kind of the upper class warriors, while ninjas were kind of the lower class warriors as well. So again, as Ronin, we want to embrace all. Wouldn't it be great that we expand from samurais to ninjas in that manner as well too? So that's kind of where it gets really powerful in this kind of unique design of where things are going. Here's the other cool alpha here as well. So sorry, I see Killam asks 3 diamonds on ETH equals 1 diamond on BTC. No, that is not the case. Um, what we're saying is that the top 3 whale holders in our community who own ETH diamonds will have the opportunity to swap 1 diamond on ETH for 1 diamond on BTC. We're just doing a straight swap with them. I just want to make sure you understand that. That's not the case. But here is actually where it is interesting on what you just noted on that front, Killam, which is where I think you probably were referencing from something earlier. Here's the other little alpha. For every 3 diamonds you own, for those, and there's a handful of you guys who own that. And again, there's some of our multi-diamond owners own multiple. For every 3 diamonds owned on ETH, you will get a free airdrop claim of a Ronin Samurai as well. So that's the other nice little thing is that, of course, as we expand, we know Ronin is a paid mint. And again, there's one-to-one allocation for that as well. But additionally, we're not just here to require you guys to give us more, BTC or ETH just because you own a lot. You should also get a bunch for free as well. So again, for every 3 diamonds that are held and owned by the wallet, you will get a full airdrop no mint as well. Because again, we want to help generate profit and upside. So in your case, Virgilius, you should be looking pretty good on your front. And that also then allows you to then allocate maybe all of your allocations, right? Or some of your allocations to other friends who may want to mint. Because if you have 6 diamonds, you're getting 2 free airdrops, right? 2 free claims from the treasury on our front. If you have 3 diamonds, you'll get 1 free treasury claim as well. These are just nice little ways that we continue to layer value because again, diamonds are the reason our fucking community is working. Diamonds being here and aggressively being here and participating at every one of these levels is the reason why our community is going to a whole nother level. So we want to find more and more ways to kind of keep giving you guys upside. Plus, for those of you who want to now consider getting, a 3rd diamond, there's a real stretch goal here that's meaningful. But again, you're in no pressure yet. Wait until you see more about Ronin. Wait to see how the market reacts. You'll be able to get this whole opportunity as well. Correct. All of our diamonds are going to have updated airdrops as well. That's the other smart information. I appreciate you asking that, Zetman. Excalibur is going to get airdrops very specifically to Oath. Some of our diamonds are going to get some updated airdrops in regard to a few of these different scenarios, especially if you own one of the heart diamonds as well, which is going to be really, really exciting. So with this, you're going to see an updated breakdown of all the perks for each diamond as well coming out probably next week or the week after. We'll break those all down because, again, as we update, we want to give you guys more perks here as well. The last cool thing that I want to kind of touch base on, and we'll kind of wrap this one up a little bit more quicker. So and we have a few other things that we want to chat about here as well. Give me just a second and let me just message. Oh, I do have a call here, so I only got about 5 more minutes, right? So let me just talk through these real things real quickly. So, again, Ronin is going to have its own launch process and is pushing forward relatively quickly. Diamonds are going to have their own claims, and we're going to have their own auctions as well for our BTC diamonds that are going to go to donations as well. We're going to work fucking hard to support ordinals as an organization and other nonprofits that we believe are going to have some huge upside as well. Additionally, all of the diamonds are going to get updated perks that are going to be noted as well. Because again, after we finish up this Soul season, we're actually going to start promoting all of our shit, like in a correct way. You guys realize, like, no, we don't even put links for Tribe Diamonds in this server yet. We don't overshill this shit anywhere. But that will change. I don't want to say I'm going to overshill anything, but we're going to be a lot more transparent and much more conscious of putting our core assets in the world because we are going to support the fuck out of our diamonds. And all of you should be doing that as well. If you guys realize this here as well, you're going to have a huge opportunity on this design. DK Lowell asks, if you have Oath and you buy a diamond, does that mean you get 2x Oath? It does. Diamond guarantees you an Oath no matter what. And moreover, if you've earned an Oath roll, you get a second allocation. The only people who get to do that are diamond users as well. We always want to make sure there's positive incentives here. The other small thing that I want to note is that we're also going to be doing season 1 rewards. So what we're going to be sharing here shortly is there's going to be about 24 to 30 rewards that are coming out where we're going to acknowledge our season 1 community. And with our season 1 community, we're going to be giving you exclusive digital and physical assets for free. For the top like 24 to 30 users who've been supporting our community. This means that we're going to give, top 4 diamond users, top 4 community mods, top 4 Oath users, top 4 BTC users here as well. All of this stuff here is going to be unlocked here for you shortly. Yeah, Wild West Crypto, there's not, one diamond equals one diamond. Each diamond does have one extra perk. That's really what it is. We'll break that down here in the following week in more detail at the moment right now. So we're going to make sure that all of you guys have all of the upside on this front. We don't have anything exclusively planned for the 1-year birthday. Like, I don't really care about birthdays in general in life. Like, it's funny. I actually have a birthday coming up in a couple days, but I don't give a fuck about birthdays. They're just kind of arbitrary. I want to reward you guys, right? I want to reward all of you guys who are like supporting this world. So that's what this season 1 awards ceremony is going to be. We're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to give a lot of cool stuff away. You guys are going to get some exclusive physical jewelry from us for those who get awarded. And we acknowledge some amazing people who've been helping this community each step of the way. I really want to make sure that we're going to scale. Damn, I'm not 40 yet, but I do feel 40. How old am I turning? I'm turning 35. I forget. Holy shit. I also forget how old I am at times too. So, with that, I'm just trying to keep up with you guys. I feel like I'm old as fuck. Um, Honestly, weirdly, I thought like crypto would age me, but crypto makes me feel younger, which is surprising. I usually feel like over 50 at times. So I'm just trying to keep up with you guys, which is pretty great. So with that, you're gonna see there's gonna be a whole bunch of upside coming along the way for all of our diamond users. Here's some other quick updates I want to share with diamond users as well. Tabula Rasa is continuing to moving forward. Right now, please make sure that if you got a golden Tabula Rasa, that you are submitting your designs as well. We should be sharing later this week I think tomorrow Joey's going to be sharing at least 2 or 3 new progress updates on a handful. Actually, I think he might have up to 5 updates, but again, I don't want to speak on his behalf yet. But you're going to be able to see a bunch of cool stuff coming out here as well for all of you on this front. The other cool thing here as well is that Tabula Rasa is also going to have its own launch structure as well. We're currently working on a few partnerships here with other communities that value comics. So we're talking to guys like Forgotten Runes, Huxley, Spirit DAO, and we're actually going to give them all an opportunity to be part of our public sale. And that's going to be the nice thing, is that there will be a full launch of this out into the open market when all of the assets will actually be dropped live and will then be tradable. The other cool thing is we're actually at that point where, as we've now finished all of the inscriptions as well that you guys have submitted, the first comic book is essentially getting fully submitted for print, and we'll start having physical copies in the next 2 to 3 weeks, ready to get shipped out. The one little slight change that we're going to initially do for you guys in order to save on initial costs here at the moment right now is that we're going to make sure that we're going to ship the comics without cases to start. We're going to make sure that we can at least ship comics in like the cheapest cost structure, but still very protected. That's going to unlock for you guys as well too. But additionally, what we're going to work on is that we're working directly, and we're probably going to go get a handful of comics actually captured from CGC that they will be graded and then be allocated if you have golden tabula rasas. So everyone who has golden tabula rasas will either find a case or a custom CGC case for each and every one of you. But for sake of speed and to reduce cost of shipping, that's actually the largest stupid factor we're dealing with right now. We've already solved all the production costs, right? Our comics are being produced at incredibly good prices. Like, I'm telling you, we're going to end up coming out here as well that are going to be huge, huge in the opportunity. And I bet you a bunch of people are going to want to use Steven and his team to be able to run their comics as well. I personally will not be signing the physical comics because, to be transparent, I did not contribute to these comics in a meaningful way. But there will be autographed editions by the actual team. You want Joey's autograph, you want Holmes' autograph, you want Anders' autograph, and I'm going to force Steven's autograph as well. You don't want my autograph on that. But the jewelry pendants actually will have my autograph that we're going to give out as well for the award ceremonies. There's going to be some cool stuff there, but I really just want creators to get their to get their honor as well, which I think is going to be really cool, and what you're going to get with that design when we give that out. There's an earlier question about the golden tickets that we're going to be adding in to the servers. Mushan asked, will the comics that come with Tabula Rasa have the golden tickets inside, or just the paid public ones? Both will have it, which is cool. So there will be better golden tickets. So I'll share this as well, which is going to be pretty interesting. One of the golden Tabula Rasas, that if you guys got a golden Tabula Rasa, one of them will come with a diamond. A couple of them will come with Ronin airdrops as well. So there's a very crazy chance that, one of you are going to get like a nice $10,000 asset that is going to be distributed there on the golden side of the equation, which is pretty cool. Again, we've been building a treasury as well. So here's what I believe the numbers will come out to that we have in our treasury. There's 1 diamond, there's 3 Ronin, and then there's 5 dimensional stones as well, guaranteed already just for the golden tabula rasas. And then for those of you who are getting soulbound comics, right, with your souls as well, and you choose to get a physical, there won't be a diamond in that, unfortunately, but there will be at least 1 Ronin. There will be at least 5 stones, and then there will be at least 20 to 50 other assets, that are in our treasury. This is stuff like, there might be some Eves, there may be some Jungle, there may be some Weebox, all of this kind of stuff here as well on this front to kind of be able to scale. Yeah, a brief update on the village partnerships. They're going actually really well. There's a lot of people who want to partner with us on this front. We're really just trying to find alignment, because the hardest challenge with some of these conversations is making sure that they don't feel like we're competitive to them. And that's kind of what we're trying to assess. And thus far, everyone's been very bullish. And the crazy thing is everyone wants our community. right? It was funny. I was just talking to, yeah, I'll drop the link here as well for diamonds at the moment right now. I'll just grab this here for you guys. But yeah, like look, a good example is right. Go look at the history of like the show that that Bear is running with what's it, fake Elon Musk, right? Or whatever, bored Elon Musk for their gaming show, right? Go look at their audience size and guess which audience size was the largest for anyone they hosted. It's us. Everyone wants our community. Go look at if you're following Wolves DAO, which is the largest gaming community in the space, their average show is 100. When we show up, it was 500, right? And like it's not even close, right? On that front. So everyone needs us. So that's the nice little thing on all these partnerships. Huxley's the only one I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do a direct partnership with them, right? Which I think is going to be really bullish in this kind of design and all this kind of structure, is that we don't need to go directly to partners because we actually already have a bunch of Huxley holders here. So here's the other little upside, or here's a little bit of insight here, which is really powerful. Oh, sorry, man. I'm really late to this meeting. Let me just message them really quickly. Sorry, give me a second. Hey, Tina. Can I? We'll be there in 4 minutes. Sorry. I have a technology review session here, but I'll wrap up here really quickly. Yeah, I remember that time when we were in the Wolves AMA, and when as soon as we shifted to the AMA, it just dropped immediately. They saw our power here pretty quickly, which is crazy. So here's the other little alpha here. If you own a Huxley, if you own a Forgotten Runes, if you own a Spirit DAO or an Azuki, you guys will all be able to exclusively be on the whitelist, especially if you own Soul, to also get Tabula Rasa here as well. So we'll actually be doing the public sale sometimes in our own private communities here. So you're going to see verification of Vulcan to be able to open this all up. And we could essentially then distribute directly here. And let me just give you a little bit of insight. We have over 200 Huxley holders in our server that have already verified. We have over 150 Forgotten Runes holders. We actually have over 350 Azuki holders, which is really interesting. We got a ton of Azuki guys in this already. So with that, we could actually leverage this out. So what we're probably going to do is that as diamond holders, as once we have a little bit of public information in regard to Tabula Rasa, there's going to be a website, there's going to be a deck, there's going to be a one pager. You could share that to your communal friends who may have value, and all they have to do is verify. They don't even need a soul. They just need to verify they have ownership via Vulcan, and they can then join a live presentation where we'll break down where Tabula Rasa is going. And this is kind of why we're going to be able to have a huge amount of upside here as well in this kind of vision and where we're going. So that's kind of how a lot of those other external partnerships are going. The other cool thing is that we are talking to other talent. We're looking to recruit more people. Honestly, what is the most successful thing for Dimensionals right now? It's Keensight. Like that is their strongest event right now. Keensight loved working. I'm sorry, Dimensionals loved working with Keensight so much and our comic book team that they even hired Holmes to do all their story and lore internally as well. Right. So what you're seeing here as well is that you're having all these opportunities. And ICO Beast, I'm working on that. I'm finding a way for us to kind of get a little bit more leverage here. But that's kind of the beauty of our systems and what we're kind of building here. So diamond users, I know this was a lot. We kind of put this in a little bit of a condensed window. I'm going to also make sure that there's updates and summaries. And here's also the other major change that we're making starting next week. Every event moving forward is going to start getting summaries in written format as well. So we're already working on that. Shout out to a few team members here and a few community members like Neon, Wild West Crypto, and a few others who kind of help point us to the opportunity around AI and what we can do there. We're going to leverage that up quite a bit, right? And that's kind of where this huge opportunity is going to be, where we're giving real knowledge, real access, real information. This shit's going to move really fast, which is going to be really positive as well. All right, guys, with that, let's do our favorite thing. Let's go ahead to the secret chamber. All of you guys are going to get a season. I'm going to get you guys, you all are going to get what we're calling a season 3 honorary diamond relic. So it's going to be cool that this will be the one time you all get access to it. This is usually how a lot of our conversations go with diamonds. They usually go a little bit longer. We actually do them for usually on average 90 minutes. In this case, we're keeping it a little bit shorter because I also still have work to do and have to go meet people, and I have to get ready for a bunch of shit as well. But let's go ahead to the secret chamber. Let me just set this up here really quickly, and then I will unblock all of you guys here at the moment right now. Secret chamber. Da-da-da-da-da. All right. Set etch honorary diamond relic. Welcome as an honorary diamond member here. The password is 09843. The password is 09843. Make sure you use the /secret function on this front. Again, the password is 09843. As mentioned, we're going to be using this gated soul community a lot more for a lot of our events. Again, we're entrusting in you. If you have soul, you're going to be able to be a part of this, and you can just see how deep our engagement is with our soul holders as well. We hope to keep driving value to each and every one of you. We thank you so much for your participation thus far. You'll also see us activate soul a little bit more publicly starting next week. We're actually not going to do any public stuff for the next few days. We really want to keep this kind of internal for those who value what we're doing, and then we'll allow for the external to happen next week, and we'll keep soul open roughly for another 2 more weeks as well for those who want to come in. But we're not pumping numbers. It's not our goal. We are looking for deep alignment, and guess what? This is one of the deepest aligned communities here thus far. So I want to thank you all for participating. I'm going to let you all go. I will get you, remember, we won't do any fair raffles right now, Osdemus. All diamond users, you're going to get them on the weekends. So moving forward, the village raffles are always going to be only open. The village market's only going to be open for diamond users on weekends. And yes, there will be fair raffles and there will be auctions as well. But it will exclusively be just for diamond users there. So you'll have 48 hours over the weekends, just like we did last weekend as well. So I'll let you guys all go. We'll chat soon, but bye now.